Well, we didn't play our best game, but really proud of the squad for competing and finding a way to get it done. Credit those guys. They played really hard, which we knew that's who they are. Their coaching staff does an incredible job getting his team to compete on both ends of the court, and just very physical. And it made us uncomfortable. But I thought Sedona did just a tremendous job in the second half, establishing herself down there, and they didn't really have an answer for her, and our guards did a great job finally getting her the ball, and we were able to get some traction and momentum, and we found a way to get it done.
Coach, a game like this is this what you like as a coach? You get the win, but there's a lot of coachable moments to come out of this game?
Every one of them is just an awesome learning opportunity. We're 4-0, and I think each one of the games we've learned something and had growth. Today we had to battle, and fun environment, great energy in the building, and but this was this team and Rice both were very physical, but we're growing as we're learning. I mean, we're 14 new players. And there's still, it takes a long time to understand our strengths and weaknesses and get these guys to really play high-level basketball. In Sedona, not just tonight, but many nights, is going to be the mismatch problem that teams have to figure out. And so we're still learning as a team that that's our advantage every night, and she's got to touch it, and she's got to be a presence down there, and our guards figured that out today.
Defensively, it looked like in the second half you switched to a 1-3-1 there for a little while just to try and slow some of the stuff that UIW was doing down. How did you feel about the results from that?
Yep, we played low zone the second half. We did low zone in the first half. It's something that's in our package, and I thought it was effective. And they hit a couple threes late, but in general, I thought it was good for us, and it needs to be. You got to be able to throw teams off and change up the defensive scheme and the tempo of the game, and it's going to be something that we're going to have to use throughout the year.
You know, you talked about Sedona there for a second. Picks up 2 quick offensive fouls to start the game. You have to bring her off the court. Only picks up 1 the rest of the way. How'd you like how she calmed herself down and responded?
Yeah, she's an old vet, but she's an old vet that this is a new role for Sedona in regards to she's being asked to carry a program. She's being asked to carry a team. I mean, I think last game she played 32 minutes, and that was her career high. And did she get a double-double today? No, so she broke her streak, but she had 3 straight double-doubles. I think she had 5 total before. And so we are running a system that goes through her and that she's got to deliver and bring it night in and night out. Tonight she played 32 minutes. And so this is new for her. It's awesome. It's exciting. It's allowing her to grow and to take on this challenge, and she's doing great so far.
Incarnate pulled down 15 offensive boards tonight. Is that an area you'd like to see your team?
Oh, unacceptable. We got to continue to grow in our ability to box out and finish possessions. But credit that program, team, staff. They play hard, and we knew that. And they're scrappy. And so there was too many possessions that they outworked and out-hustled us on the glass.
11 turnovers in the first half, only 2 in the second. What was kind of that message coming out of halftime to your squad?
Yep, it was. You just got to slow down and take care of the ball. Take what the defense gives you at the end of the day, and everybody is going to have a different defensive scheme, and we got to be able to figure that out. And so in the second half, we slowed down. Sedona got to touch the ball, and they had no answer for her. I wish we did that for 40 minutes, but credit our kids for figuring that out and pounding the ball inside.
I was going to ask, you're not going to go through an entire season without any adversity, and so not leading at all in the first quarter tonight, did you like how your team responded?
Oh, love. We have a great group of kids that are trying to figure this thing out. And you guys, it's a lot. It's, 6 portal, 6 returners. The 6 returners went 1-17 a year ago. 2 freshmen coming from high school at the BCS level and a new staff. And you're trying to put this whole puzzle together. And so it takes a long time to really work out the kinks. and to really get the unit. And you have to go through adversity in order to really become what we're going to become. And we got to navigate that as a group. And I know this group will. We have a special group of kids.
Madison Connor, Big 12 Player of the Week. What does that mean to you and your program? What does she bring to the team?
Well, first of all, Madison is an incredible gym rat. She loves the game of basketball. And so you guys don't get to see that part where she's obsessed with it. She loves it. And so she has been working on her craft since the day she stepped foot on campus. And so number one, just happy for her because it's something, she earned it. Two, for our program, I think that's only happened 7 times in program history. And the last one, I think, was Lauren Hurd, 2021. So it's been a while. And I think it's great that our system shows that we allow the freedom for players to go make plays. And it's a credit to Madison and all of her hard work. And she didn't have a huge role at Arizona. And so just really, really happy for her.
You created quite the splash on social media with this big transfer portal commit. Talk to us, take us behind the scenes, how that all worked out.
Yeah, well, we added a really good basketball player. Haley has a huge following on social media, and some of that hides how good she is as a basketball player. Last season, she was second team in the ACC. She led Miami in scoring and assists and minutes on an Elite 8 team. That was a game away from the Final Four. Haley is an elite competitor, has an incredible work ethic, shot 40% from 3. And so what gets lost in their huge social media following is that she's a heck of a basketball player. So really excited to get her plugged into our system, and we value skill and shooting, and put her in the pick and roll system. I think she's going to be unbelievable. And so there's many things that contributed to her ending up here. And so she wants to win. She wants to compete at the highest level. She wants to have a huge role her last year. And she'll be I think it's 4 straight, one and done point guards that our staff has coached. And we've been really, really successful with those. Liana Tillman at Sacramento State was our first kid that won league MVP and crushed it. I think she averaged 20 and 6. And then Kalasia Dean, the next year we got for 1 year and was one and done league MVP at Sac State. And now Jaden Owens is doing an unbelievable job orchestrating all these moving parts. And now Haley's going to have an opportunity to come here and earn a huge role and play a huge role with this program. And so I think there's been a great track record of success with old veteran 50-year senior guards.
What does a player like Haley do to elevate your program?
She could have gone anywhere in the country. She gets 8 months to do college basketball one more time. I think it says a lot about the TCU brand. I think it says a lot about our university. I think it says a lot about the direction of our program. I think we've created a lot of momentum in a short amount of time that we've been here. I think we've put a great group of kids together from the portal last offseason, and the group that's here that we inherited has been amazing. But Haley studied everything. Her and her family, they know the deal of college athletics, and so they looked around, and at the end of the day, they thought this was the best spot for Haley to do her last year of college basketball. And so our staff's pumped. Our staff worked their tail off on this. And we're really excited to get her into the program.
On the social media side, you really have kind of created this like juggernaut, right? Do you see that? Do you feel that?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The social media piece in today's college athletics is huge. And recruiting is a huge part of this whole deal. And I think from Sedona coming here and her following, and Jaden Owens and her following, and Haley and her following, TCU's attracted some of the biggest names in our sport to come and play college basketball here. And our goal is to create the best women's program in the country. And you got to do that piece by piece, and you got to build that right. But there's no reason we can't. TCU has everything in store to do that.
Sedona really got the ball rolling. What was getting a player like her to buy in first, like for you?
Yep, Sedona, we owe Sedona forever. She could have gone to the WNBA. And again, it's a credit to our staff and TCU that she was willing to go, I want to do one more season of college basketball at TCU with these coaches. And she was literally the first one, you know. I mean, we didn't have anything, and they went 1-17 a year ago. So Sedona is what got this thing rocking and rolling. And she attracted some other players, and she had a huge role in Jaden coming here. But for Sedona to pull her name out of the WNBA draft to come play here, it's what got it was the first major domino. But this is hard, you guys, taking over a 1-17 program and digging it out of the hole and attracting elite level talent, but we've done it. And now it's, all right, let's double down on this thing. And our staff's recruiting the right high school kids and the elite ones, and we want to build a monster here.
And going around the theme of building a monster, whenever Sedona and Jaden, their last press conference, they talk glowingly about the man that you are. What does that do for other potential recruits, transfer portal kids, to see Sedona and Jaden talk so glowingly about you?
Yeah, that was very kind of them. But our staff treats them like they're our daughters. And we're very, very honest and real and authentic in how we recruit and how we communicate. And then we don't change once those kids get here. And both those kids have been at some other programs that didn't work out for whatever reason. And so they've kind of seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of college athletics. And so I think it's been a breath of fresh air for each of them. But that's powerful. The most powerful thing is to hear from these student athletes and their experience. But Jaden and Sedona are old, seasoned veterans, and I'm thankful for what they said. And we're going to treat kids right, and we're going to build just an awesome culture, and we're in the process of that. And while we're doing that, we're trying to win ball games.
You know, Sunday you'll play in the Maggie Dixon Classic, which is a big deal. You know, what does Maggie Dixon mean to you as a coach?
Well, I'm very close friends with Jamie, and have known him for a long time. And so just in our industry, their family is highly thought of, and the way they treat people, the way they run their program. And so it's a great honor that we get to now participate and oversee the Maggie Dixon Classic. I know our staff's really, really excited about it, and to continue to build it each year. There was a point when it was in Madison Square Garden, and so it would be really neat if we can get it back to that point. But we're just going to take it year by year, and as we build our program, the Maggie Dixon Classic is something that's important to us, and that we want to make sure we do it right.
You're taking on Army, Maggie's old squad. She's the only head coach to ever take Army, both men or women, to the NCAA tournament. Does that add an extra specialness to the game?
Yeah, what she did, and she was so young when she was coaching. What an amazing leader at that age, to be able to build something there that's never been done. It's incredible, and so I know they got a good club coming in. We respect them. We are going to focus. I think the best way to honor anybody is to go out there and compete and give it everything you got. And that's how Maggie coached, and that's who their family is. And so it'll be a special day. And I'm just thankful that we get to be a part of it.
We have Sedona Prince and Una Jovanovic following today's 61-55 win over Incarnate. Questions in the room for these two?
Sedona, what happened at halftime? You come out in the second half, 20 points.
Yeah, we just we sat as a team and we're like, you know, this is Incarnate Word. We have to respect our opponents, and we didn't. And so I just think that, I don't know, I had like a moment in my head, and I was like, this is my last year. I don't want to take any moment for granted, any half. I don't want to waste any time that I have on the court because I haven't played in a year and a half. And that's what I felt like I was doing, and like I had to, like, you know, snap myself out of it. And I did, and you know, lucky that my team was getting the ball and we were just finally getting in our groove. But yeah, I didn't want to, you know, in the game and be like, oh man, I could have done so much more.
When you think about the first 3 games of the year, you only trailed by a combined 48 seconds. You come out today, you don't lead at all in the first quarter. How do you feel you guys handled that adversity and responded to it?
I mean, really well. We got the win, right? But yeah, I mean, we have a lot to work on, and our team is very good at, you know, moving on, right? Getting in the gym and flipping the page and just continuing our journey. But yeah, it was a rough one.
No, yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, continuing to try to make the right plays time after time again, and we just kept playing, and we ended up going on a nice run, and that's how we got rid of that hole. But
Yeah.
For y'all, are games like this in non-conference, kind of good for y'all to where y'all do face this adversity and y'all, okay, we got the win, but there's still things we have to clean up?
Yeah, absolutely. These are the kind the games that we get to sit and watch film on. That this is a very, very, very talented, hardworking team, right? They're just out there grinding at Incarnate Word, and so we have now so many things to look back and see. How do we get better? How do we grow for teams like Texas and Baylor and yeah, I mean these games are essential for us. It feels like, because it definitely shows, highlights exactly what we need to work on.
What was Incarnate Word doing well today that challenged you?
they got a lot of offensive rebounds on us. That's something that, for us, is unacceptable. That's something you don't want to give up. They were just playing really hard, and we need to do a better job locking in on defense, not fouling. They got to the line a lot, and they got a lot of O boards. That's what's in my mind.
Yeah, we definitely got to clean up fouls. Yeah, they were just out there, making us super uncomfortable, which our team has to get a lot better. I've seen it the past few games, not just this one, but a lot better. Just like taking a deep breath, slowing down, playing our game, because when we do play it, when we get it down low, when we skip it around, we get wide open threes. Like, we are unstoppable, but it just takes until the second half or a quarter until we get a little bit going, until we're like, okay, now this is us. And so just like shortening that until we can come right out in the first minute of the game and play our game without anybody else speeding us up.
Sedona, for you, come out in the first quarter, draw too quick, you pick up 2 quick fouls.
Mm-hmm.
How are you able to calm yourself down, and you only picked up 1 the rest of the way?
Yeah, I might have done that another time as well now. But yeah, it's something I'm working on. Just I'm very, it's hard for the refs to miss me out there, and so anything I do, they're gonna see it. And so just knowing that I have to be clean in every single thing that I do, because it's obvious whenever I do foul. And yeah, also I know that my team, if I foul out, we're gonna be at a loss of our 6-7 post, right? And so we have no presence inside. We do, but like that takes a big part of our game away, and so I can't do it anymore, and I kind of have that moment. And so just making sure that I come back out in the first minute of the game, like I said earlier, from the jump, all right, let's be clean, not foul at all.
And for you, 11 turnovers for this team in the first half, only 2 after halftime. What was the message from Coach Campbell at halftime as far as turnovers was concerned?
It was mainly just relaxing, not letting them speed us up, trust in our press break and in ourselves. Mainly just relax and slow down, and don't let one mistake lead into another one. And yeah, that was basically it.
Deep breath.
Yeah.
Una, for you, you're 4 games into your TCU career here. How have you settled into the transition from Cal State to here?
Yeah, I mean, I just try to make the right play every time, try to let the game come to me like that. I would say it's been good for me to come here and play against like Sedona, who's such a good shot blocker, and I think that playing against good people in practice prepares me for this level. Like, she is elite at shot blocking, and it's good for me to practice against.
After the last game, Sedona talked about why she chose TCU. What was the selling point for you in coming here?
Similar coaches. I just heard amazing things from everyone I've had friends that have played under him. Everyone said great things. He's very just genuine, like almost exactly what she said. And I knew that he would push me to be a better player and push me to get better, so that's why.
Being a California kid, did you have a previous relationship? Like, did you know him before you came here?
Well, so I'm from the Bay Area, which is like Stanford territory. So he coached at Oregon, and I was actually at the game where Sabrina broke all those records, and he was on that staff. So I did know about that, and I would say it's a close relationship to that program.
So now y'all are 4-0, first time in 4 years. How does it feel to have that accomplishment so early? And then how excited are you just to see what will break out for the rest of the season?
Right, it's awesome. Even though we didn't play our best, we still got a win. And like Mark always says, they're hard to get, and we got another one, and we're just gonna keep, pushing and getting better. But it feels good, and we have so much more to accomplish. This team is very incredible. We have a very bright future. But yeah, it's nice. We're doing good.
I know that over the course of the season, it's hard to maybe stop and reflect because you're always going. But at this moment, how do you feel that you've grown as a team from game 1 to game 4?
I think reflect, like that's a big thing is being present in the moment and knowing that these moments of our life are so fleeting, right? They go so fast. I'm in my 6th year and it feels like I just came to college. So it happens like that. And I think the girls are realizing that like every game is special, every moment, every second in the game. We can't take it for granted. And we're slowly learning that, but like since the first game, it was just like, okay, all out of control. And now we're finally settling in a little bit more, and just appreciating, each other more, what we're doing, what we have the opportunity to do at TCU, playing for this team. And yeah, just taking, I guess, yeah.
The question was how have we grown from the first game? You know what? That's something that we could probably reflect on too. I think it's like what you said, like we're very focused on next game a lot, but it's a good one.
We'll come back to that one later.
Yeah.
Sedona, for you, TCU's obviously made big news this week in the transfer portal, picking up Haley Cavender. How does it feel for you knowing that you're the one that kind of got the ball rolling on that? You're just the first transfer to come here.
Right. It's awesome. I mean, it's really cool. I just want to see Mark and this team succeed, and his staff succeed in the future. Far future, and for him to build a program that he deserves. But yeah, it was really cool. I remember calling Mark. Speaking of, I just remember having that phone call with Mark when I first wanted to. We figured out that I could come, and like we could build something really special here. We only have 1 year together, but we take advantage of as much as we can and just have fun and appreciate every moment together.
Anything else from you, Stu?
Just one more for Sedona. You in the conversations that we've had with you this season, you've talked a lot about reflecting and living in the moment and just taking ownership of the moment. When you think about legacy for you from the start of your college career to now, what do you want that to be?
That's a great question. It's like making an impact in everything I do, right? My time at Oregon was very special, and I got to impact a lot of people and just be a part of that community. But it was hard to just like kind of be an individual there, in a sense of like, still be a part of the team, but find who I truly was in the community with people and, just embrace who I truly was entirely. And so now here I'm back home. I just feel more confident in basketball. We have such an amazing team that just lets me be who I want to be on and off the court. And coaching staff that's amazing, but like, I want people to remember me as someone that did everything I could here while I was here, and just was fun, and people wanted to come watch and come back again after they saw me play.
Speaking of that, it was field trip day. How was field trip day?
Loud.
That was crazy. Like it was like the sound barrier. Like,
Yeah. Eyes were vibrating. It was fun though. A lot of cool kids. It's always a fun day, and in college basketball, it's a blast. So we had a good time.
And then bouncing off of that, just how did it feel to see the men's basketball and football team out just supporting y'all during this game?
That was fun. It's always good to see support from other teams on campus, especially football. That one time was going crazy with the. It was
Yeah.
It's nice that they support us like that.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. Keep coming, please. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.